What's up, gamers?
Wow. I quit the show.
I send it back.
I send it back. Dean, I feel like our cold opens have been a little long lately.
Nah.
You know, I thought we maybe just kick this one off a little simpler. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Manny.
I'm Cody.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right.
That is true.
Yeah, very true. We want to take a minute to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Collecting Weekly.
Dude, my whole cadence for the show was off. Like as soon as you said I'm Dean, I was ready to start the second portion. Like we haven't had guests in a long time, and we're fortunate today. We're joined by Daddy DM and Manny the Man Gonzalez. He forever will say MMG doesn't stand for that, but I will forever say that it does.
Okay.
What does it stand for?
It's my initials.
Manny the Man Gonzalez, yeah.
What the hell's your middle name?
I'm not going to tell you my middle name.
Is it Milton?
Carry on. Mikael.
Anyways, Dean, take it away with our world's favorite podcast segment.
Yeah, it's new
this week. Oh, I forgot. There's a thing that we input now. Sorry.
Yeah,
nailed
dude,
it.
You did a drop. It was very
Nailed
beautiful.
My bad.
What'd you get new this week? I had a pretty busy week. Most of which have been this bad boy right here.
Oh, the Dremel.
Is that a vibrator?
Oh.
Dremel 3000.
Vibrator?
We've had great links and discussions about having the right tools for the job
Yes.
and what a difference it makes.
Was that
And-
the one that I told you to get? I think you shot me like 2 or 3.
Yeah. So Michael's was having their like 70% off sale. Not everything is 70% off. But I was like, oh, you know what? I have Honey on my web browser, not sponsored. But Honey is amazing if you haven't used it. You just download it, and then whenever you check out at a website, you click the Honey icon, and it automatically applies any coupons for that website to see if any of them work. So I ended up saving quite a bit. Instead of this was being, I think it was like $109, I paid 70. I think no 79 maybe.
Pretty good price for a Dremel kit.
Yeah, with like 32 extensions.
Wow.
This is the big one. They had a smaller one. It was cheaper, but I was like,
Go big or go home.
yeah, for an extra $20.
The thing with
No compromise.
Dremel is how they get you. It's kind of like when you buy a printer. Like you can buy a printer for like, $50,
Right.
and then the ink refills are like $30. So
Yeah.
if you ever need a new cutting wheel or a new sanding bit set, those are like $15-$20. That's how they kind of get you into the system. But my
Yeah.
God, that shit is so good.
Yeah.
And I think you've already done a few projects with the
Dude,
new
I
Dremel, right?
did so many projects. One of them is right here, sitting in front of me. It's my Hot Toys Han Solo, A New Hope. This is the smiling head. This is a knockoff, right?
I know. I was about to say that doesn't look like Hot Toys. That looks like Juan Solo. I'm just kidding.
No, it's actually
this
a
quality is
really good. Yeah.
Is it? Put it
Yeah.
closer. Right. Put him on full screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have more pictures later in the show, but we'll
I
do
put
solo.
pictures. It's just my camera's not very good. And
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, it wasn't made for this body, obviously, because it's a third party. So like the ball joint it wouldn't sit low enough, so it had like a giraffe neck. And I've been meaning to fix that forever. So I did that. I had another project, which was also part of my new this week. I did a body swap on my Star Ace Leonidas 1/6 scale
Yeah.
with a Fison M33. And I needed to Dremel out the neck and the feet. And also new this week, I got the 2-part mold putty.
Dude, now you like basically just never need to see me ever again. At this point.
Yeah, because there's so many times I need to do something and it's like I have to drive, which usually isn't a problem if I had a car, but I have to drive now, get a ride 30 plus minutes to go see Zach. And I was like, you know what? Like this fucking sucks. Like I need to just have my own tools here. And for the most part, I have. And so this really, I can't think of anything else I might need now. And then I also got a few Dragon Stars figures.
My
I needed a
goodness.
Krillin. He was only $20 or $17 on Amazon. He's a little too tall.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taller than Gotenks, which makes sense. But next to Goku, he's only like a head shorter, and I was like, so I don't know. I don't know how to remedy that.
Well, you have a
Someone's out of
Dremel.
scale,
You have a
so-
Dremel, so you can cut his legs down
Yeah.
and his arms down.
But yeah, that's about it. What about you guys?
Cody
Manny?
or Manny, what'd you get?
I actually didn't pick this up this past week, but I wanted to mention this on the show. It's the Dead Man's Revenge Undertaker action figure. It has my favorite belt, the Winged Eagle, and then it has a cool feature where you could take the cane mask off, and it's the Undertaker.
Oh, I thought it was a whole other head sculpt.
No, well, they give you another head sculpt that's Kane with the built-in eyes already. So if you just want to have a solid Kane figure, you can do that.
They're cool.
But yeah, this is these things are like they're like on back order right now, and I think they go, they shoot up. Typically, WWE figures skyrocket in price, so I got this one for a fair price on Macari. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty cool.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah,
I love Macari. I mean, we are sponsored, just not by Macari.
yeah, that's pretty much it for me, though.
Is that Attitude Era?
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Dude, did you ever get the?
I haven't checked yet.
Okay.
I'll do it when we leave. But
yeah, for sure.
dude, fucking Mankind.
Dude.
On the cell.
Dude, yeah, I got bit by the wrestling bug, I should say. I got bit hard, dude. I've been binging.
Wow. Oh, is that a beer? A cerveza?
Yeah, Shiner.
Oh.
Shiner.
What about you, Cody? What'd you get this week?
Well, mine's been a couple weeks because I have been working like a madman. But I scored a Baron Bins from a good friend of the show, Devin Silva.
Hey,
that
nice.
I have. Yeah,
That's the Mezco?
that is the Mezco, kind of a nod back to the earlier comics. So yeah, that's
Very
pretty much
cool.
it, really. Though, yeah, I love it. Nice little cloth fabric. Came with a fair amount of accessories, and
Mezcos
Yeah.
are very nice.
yeah.
I always give Dylan a hard time because I talk a lot of shit.
There are some that I look at on some of the forums and some of the other places that I'm like, man, I can't believe like it's gone up that much in price. The secondary Mezco market's just it's kind of gross. But
Red Wolf, yes, I am. Sorry. Answer Red Wolf.
Yeah, we got quite a few people in the chat. We got Toy Mafia, Sean Fear, Mario, Jason, Caesar,
Sean Yahtzee.
Eddie, Sean, Red Wolf. Red Wolf says, "Hey guys, Dino, you getting ready for pre-order madness Thursday night for the Bandai 148th DX Roy Fokker?" And Dino, I
Hell,
think you are.
yes, dude. Me and Danny. Beautiful
What
Danny.
a guy. Scott says, "What up, guys? I was a huge Attitude Era fan in the '90s. Manny Stone Cold was my favorite."
Oh, dude, Stone
Nice.
Cold, badass, dude.
Dude, I was talking to Manny the other day because we were talking about wrestling. And I was like, dude, the second Stone Cold left, I think I lasted like a couple months and I just stopped watching it.
Yeah,
Because he really was like the best there was.
dude, when his music hit, man, my nipples.
Oh my god,
hard,
yeah,
dude.
dude. Yeah.
Sorry.
The glass shatters, it's like fuck.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What about
That's
you,
awesome.
Zach?
Nice. So this week was interesting. I did finally pick up the Ultimate Fallout 4 that we talked about last week. Sean Lockridge from Ox, who's also now part of the team. We'll talk about his new program later. He dropped that off, and that comic is beautiful. I've also been getting into some of the Iron Man comics, so I picked up the Marvel Legends Invincible Iron Man, and this was a figure that's about 2 years old, and I remember passing it at Walmart about a half dozen times. And my God, I feel like an idiot for passing on it. It is so freaking good that I'm definitely on the lookout for a second one in case something ever happens to this one.
There's one on Mercari right now. It's like $14.
Ooh, send me that link if you can.
It's loose.
I also did. So I've been getting into Miles Morales, and when we talked to Alfred, he was talking about Riri Williams potentially joining the MCU. So I was looking at some of her comics and reading those, and I actually kind of like the character. And so I did pick up my first gallery statue. Gallery is by Diamond Select. They're like a $35 to
Yeah.
$50 statue line, and they're PVC. They're plastic, so they're not like a resin type material. But I did pick up the Riri Williams statue. It was like $25 on sale from Amazon, and it's pretty good. There's a small little paint rub on the chest. I'm wondering if I should see if Amazon will exchange it. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, it's a pretty decent little statue, and I mean, for the price, I mean, it's definitely not 6 scale, but it's maybe like 1/7 scale, 1/8 scale. But I don't think it'll look too bad next to another Iron Man that I might be picking up soon. So definitely a slower week than the past few weeks, but definitely a good week.
Nice.
Let's get into the news. I know, Cody, this was one that you were really excited for. It's the Mentor Ezio from Damn Toys coming out Q1 2021, retailing $264.99. Tell us about this figure.
So, well, actually, I brought Ezio out just as kind of an example as well. This figure has a lot that some of the other Assassin's Creed figures didn't have. It looks like it has fur going on with it. The clothes look a little bit better tailored. Maybe not as many accessories as some of the other Assassin's Creed figures as far as like throwing daggers and stuff, but those are also kind of like the scary accessories because they fall off or you lose them if you don't put them in right or fasten them just right either. But the amount of detail that these just provisional shots have is just amazing. I'm really, really excited, especially from like Damn Toys alone, being kind of a third-party vendor. It looks phenomenal. So I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, Damn Toys makes some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
These are not licensed. They're third party.
They
look licensed to me. It says
these ones might be. I want to say sometimes in the past they haven't done like officially licensed figures, but that also might have been years ago too.
Interesting. So, I mean, it looks really good. I've heard some good things about their Assassin's Creed figures.
I didn't know that Ezio comes back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's old man Ezio. Kind of at his prime.
Dude, Ezio's the shit, dude.
He's
so much cooler than everyone else.
Dude. My only gripe is his sword. His main sword's a little short. But that also might just be the photo. So I don't know. But other than that, I'm really excited. The base looks really good. The outfit, the tailored. I'm excited that they didn't make a whole one-piece boot for his feet, so you can get those super dynamic like assassination poses.
Yeah.
Like the overrobes, like on Altair. So all of his robes have these wires running through them, so you can kind of make these long swooshing, like he's running and jumping and stuff. So I'm hoping that this figure will kind of have some of the same thing at least, or at least be layered in such a way that you can make it look like a dynamically posed figure. So, yeah, more to come on that, hopefully.
I think it looks pretty good. Up next, Mars Toys, which is the company that was making the third-party, I guess like a DX08 replica kit of the 89 Joker. They did put up this teaser of a Scarecrow. And I mean, I think it looks okay. I mean, it's obviously just an early digital sculpt. Manny, are you a big fan of the Scarecrow in the?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I like the Scarecrow. I mean, right off the bat, when you showed me this picture right now, I knew who it was. I think it's pretty cool. I like, I like Christopher Nolan's version of it. Like, I guess it could have been better, but for what it was, it's pretty cool. He gave us that pretty awesome demon Batman in Batman Begins. So.
Yeah. Someone keeps popping something. What is that noise? Like pop, pop. It's happened like 2 or 3 times already.
Not me.
Sounds like someone has like a suction cup going off. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I didn't ever really like this character, but on my like third rewatch of the trilogy, I actually really did like the Scarecrow. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to make another kit or if they're going to make an actual full figure. But I don't recall Hot Toys making an unmasked Scarecrow. Am I wrong there?
I don't think they made a Scarecrow at all.
I remember they made the Demon Batman figure, but I think that's the only figure that I can remember.
You know what's also cool about this? If you really wanted to, you could make the character from Inception.
Oh yeah,
because didn't they make Leo a while back? Another company.
This actor is one of Nolan's favorites, so he's been in several Nolan films.
Yeah, so you could futz him, like take the head sculpt and futz him in like other shelves. I like plain head sculpts like this because, like I said, if there's like another movie they're in, You could just bash another figure. Like maybe somebody didn't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just my take. I don't like the Scarecrow in those movies. I like that actor though. So
Yeah, it looks really good. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this. Up next, this is by
Hey.
So Toys. They're making a Peter Parker unlicensed head sculpt, and this is him with the mask sort of half on the face. I guess like more than half on, but I think this looks really good. This one comes in at $37. It releases Q3 2020. Dean, you have this figure. Is this something that you would be interested in?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is it 6 scale? It looks so small in the hands. You know what I mean?
Believe so. Let me. Now you have me questioning it. I thought it said 6 scale.
It looks like
it
looks like they
tiny.
added some sort of like a neck. If you look at the back of the sculpt, because the I think the Peter Parker head sculpt from Hot Toys, it's just hair.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of neck there, which might look cool, I guess.
I don't know. Well, I guess so. If that's the thumb on the hand, yeah.
Yeah, I think
should
it's
be 6 scale.
He's a really big guy.
Maybe. Yeah. Because I have Han Solo in my hand, and I was like, oh, does it look that small? But yeah, this is $37. That doesn't break the bank, so that's pretty.
Yeah, I mean that's about the price of a third-party head sculpt these days.
I probably wouldn't display him like this, other than a couple photos. But even to just have the accessory with my set is really cool. So yeah, that's a pretty easy pickup.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Sean says I'm a half-on type of guy. Yeah, Danny Lee says Danny Lee's in the chat. What's up, Danny?
What's up,
Austin
buddy?
Crafton says now that looks dope, and yeah, people seem to like this. So definitely something I think that has some potential here. By So Toys. Dean, this is some Kickstarter updates from the Todd McFarlane production Spawn.
Yeah, I just got these emails.
What do you think about this?
It looks fucking sweet. This one where he's holding the sword, I was like, okay, I'm kind of glad I bought this. It looks fucking rad, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the cape too. It looks so good.
If I heard correctly, they're gonna change the chains around his waist because they look kind of like a diaper-ish. So those should be different in the final product. But I mean, just look at all the shit you get.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. This is, I know a lot of people ordered this. Here's the next set of pictures, Dean, that you included. This looks really good.
Yeah, I went with the classic Spawn. So I don't know if I get the screaming head sculpts. I think I want to say that was just with the modern Spawn, but I was like, no, I want the masked sculpt because that's usually how I display my Spawn figures. So
yeah. King Zachary says, if this isn't the largest collection of scumbags in one place, I can tell you what it is.
He's right, because he's here too.
Guy. Yeah. People seem to like that. Austin says it looks good. I wish his waist was straight. And one of our Facebook users says, just woke up in the middle of the night, busting for a piss. Gotta go back to sleep now. Just thought I'd say hi. Have a great show.
That's
what a
awesome.
guy. Toy Mafia says I got all three. So yeah, I mean, this is one that I personally didn't like the fact that they were doing a Kickstarter for, but it seems like enough people got it, and I think the community as a whole is kind of over it.
I still hate the fact that I had to do this, but like I said in I think one of the last times we covered it, either pay the Kickstarter or pay the aftermarket price, which will be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're getting updates. It seems like they're pushing through, so I'm happy at least with that. And it looks fantastic. Not a huge fan of the hinges on the cape, but I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, it's such a large cape though that you wonder how they could, manage it. I mean, like the Boo cape that has hinges and it's like super well done. I mean, it looks like ass from behind, but I mean, from the front, it looks really great.
And that's on which figure? Big
the
Boo?
Figure Arts Fat Boo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that figure has the hinges on the cape, and it's like
it's
like in sections, and it's like
I'm gonna futz with this for I don't know, 10 minutes, and then leave it on the shelf. So, I'll never mess with the hinges after that, theoretically. But I also could have done with a one-piece cape, but That also might have been too heavy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of plastic. Cody, what do you think?
Well, he doesn't have any leg joints. Is kind of what I was looking at, right? Or maybe like one kind
I
of lower
think he
towards the
should have
calf.
knees.
I
And
can't tell. Kind of to your left, Zach, and down, like right above these spikes. Maybe one knee joint, but you're not going to do a ton of dynamic posing with it. And he's got the little feet cap on the bottom there for the base.
The cool thing is I know someone on eBay is going to make an aftermarket cape for this, so I'm not too concerned with it because if it's that big a deal, I'll probably just replace it anyway. I mean, there's capes on there now, so
I think with paint apps, you could be able to hide the hinges pretty well.
Yeah,
if you did it right.
Are the abs like, is that one piece? It doesn't look like it has any articulation at all.
I think I've heard that for the isn't this just like a sample? Like they're gonna add in the articulation later, or is this
this is still really rough. The fact that this picture even exists is pretty cool because the ones they were soliciting for the actual Kickstarter, they were like, this isn't the figure at all. So this is more or less what it's going to start looking like.
Okay.
So it's going to change from here quite a bit differently. So
cool.
I'm not like that upset with these photos. Like you said, the articulation looks like it's not as good as it could be. There's no ab crunch. The chains are huge.
Huge.
So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna go through some changes though. I'm excited.
Yo, before we move on, I don't think we mentioned that the drawing's happening tonight for the Michael Myers mask. Just a little FYI for those listeners. So if you didn't get to enter, message me now with your proof and I'll enter you, because at the end of the show, we're going to do the drawing.
Wait, what are we doing tonight?
We're drawing for the...
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, bro, that's the whole
Dude, I took the greatest nap before the show. I was so tired. And I woke up and I had all these messages from you guys like, my God, I missed the show or something. But yeah, we are doing the drawing. The conditions, if you go on Ox, there's a pin post. The conditions are subscribing to PIX by Manny on Instagram and Manny's YouTube channel. So definitely subscribe to that. Wow.
Yes, sir.
We've been talking about that mask all month, and it's very well done. Dean, Dragon Stars, these are some leaked photos of a setup that Bandai's doing. We finally have confirmation of the next wave. So it's Super Saiyan Bardock. This Goku comes with this little diorama set, base form Gotenks, and remind me, Dean, this is Janemba, right?
Yeah, that's final form Janemba.
Yeah, this is really cool. I know Janemba is a fan favorite, and this diorama set, I mean, it's not as, and before that's what she says, it's not as big as I thought it would be, but it is definitely serviceable for a DTOF style cabinet, or even just the bookshelves that I have. So I'm looking forward to it. I think
I'm super stoked for Janemba. I just picked up Cooler, which I know you've had that figure for a while, Zach.
I actually destroyed that figure.
Did you?
Yeah, to make the baby Vegeta custom.
Oh, dude. If you can, I say snag another one. I think, one, it's fantastically made.
Yeah, I think initially when I first got it, you had just quickly inspected it. You weren't a big fan.
Right.
But I think your opinion has changed.
Yeah, so I picked it up. I'm just trying to fill out my Dragon Ball Z shelf.
Yeah.
Yo, why is Janemba so tall?
He's
a big boy.
I have no idea who Janemba is. I just wanted to say that.
Cooler is also way tall. That's a huge figure for $20.
The guy on the right, in the back right?
No, he's not in this picture. But
okay.
I was just telling Zach because he had the figure and he destroyed.
What was it on Amazon?
It's $20.
That's not bad. I might have to go back.
I think they're gonna bring Cooler back.
It's a canon.
Yeah, because Frieza is the bad guy, and what's the only move he could do now? Go get his brother.
Well, Moro's the bad guy right now. So you're talking about the next arc after Moro?
Yeah, the next
arc. Oh, okay. I was going to say, because they kind of got the story.
Or the movie. I think they're going to do another movie first. So I think they're going to bring back Cooler. So movers and shakers real quick. I say pick up that figure because if they do bring back Cooler anytime soon, that figure's going to skyrocket.
Yeah, and it's just a good figure. I mean, for $20, I mean, you're certainly getting
huge.
Yeah, your money's worth. Dean, let's take a look at this render here. So this is by Demoniacal Fit.
More Dragon.
Demoniacal Fit seems to be the company that is making all these renders of really cool characters and like just dragging absolute ass on releasing anything. So
Yeah.
this remind me, this is Goku from GT, right?
Yeah, that's Goku from GT.
Okay, yeah, from the first few episodes of GT, and very niche character. Again, this is only his form for like the first maybe episode and a half before he gets transformed to a kid.
Wow, spoilers.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
like a
if you don't
30-year-old
know
show.
that, yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they actually do make that. But I know there's still maybe half dozen figures that we're waiting on, including the God Goku that you're really waiting on from Age of Peaks. What year do we have? So
You sound all muffled.
Yeah, what's wrong with your mic?
I sound all muffled?
Yeah,
You did.
you sound like you were
The
talking
whole-
into a cup.
The whole half sentence, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought I
do
was
not
watching
know.
Charlie Brown.
Anyways.
Yeah,
I was looking down at the show sheet. That's probably why.
Oh, yeah. They need to just fucking release the figures because we're waiting. So it's like they keep showing off like, look what we're working on. It's like, okay, I know you're not gonna release it anytime soon. So why am I gonna get my hopes up? This dude doesn't even have eyes yet.
Yeah, but are eyes going to be paint apps or are they going to be posable?
No,
they-
these would be like a paint app.
Mm.
Yeah. Austin says we need an articulated adult version. Miles Morales, Al Simmons figures, Wanda. There is actually an adult version of Miles Morales. Mafex, I think it's the only adult version of Miles figure that I've ever seen.
yeah.
And it's the one that came out last year. It's about $93. I
Yeah,
guess
it's
Zach
on
is working on
BBTS.
it. What is that? What was that?
That Miles is on BBTS right now.
Yeah.
You type in
Zach.
Mafex, Mafex, and you'll find that Miles figure.
Yeah, I guess Zach is working on a shipper box video that caught on fire. So be careful, buddy. Definitely be careful. Dean, this was something that I vaguely remember that you called. I could totally be wrong, but when the Bulma came out, I think you mentioned something about them re-releasing the first season Goku in the purple gi.
Yeah.
But that has been confirmed. So this is going to be available, I think, like starting in the next few weeks. And it's a stripped down version of the Tamashii event exclusive Goku, which is kind of interesting because that figure was a stripped down version of the basic first release, and
Yeah.
they're stripping it down even further for this repackage. But being that they're releasing the motorcycle with Bulma, I think it's an obvious choice for them to do this. Would you be interested in picking this up, Dean?
This, when I think of Dragon Ball, this is the Goku I think of.
Yeah,
I
from
already
your childhood.
have the first release. I didn't get the event exclusive, so if this is a decent enough price, this is a pretty easy pickup for me. Because I already have all the accessories for the original.
Yeah.
And then I'll have the red Goku with the other Bulma and Krillin, and then I'll have this Goku for the pink suit Bulma and the bike. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine this be more than what, $35. Maybe
I
like-
think the rumored price was about $35. If you did the direct translation, of course, like Big Bad Toy Store is probably going to have it for a little bit more expensive, but I remember the old one was like almost $80, like
Yeah, the
retail at
event.
NYCC. So,
Yeah.
I mean, half off. I mean, it looks like you're missing one face sculpt, and of
I
course
think
the
they should do
Nimbus.
different face sculpts if they're gonna re-release the, like maybe like a Clueless sculpt. Because remember when he beat?
Nah, you gotta keep some value in that. You can't like. I mean, with this one, they did add the more like, I guess like combat face, the one that you see there on the box.
No, that's what I'm
And-
saying. Like completely different faces.
Nah, because then you're making the people that got the second one have to rebuy a whole new figure. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I guess. But the people who buy this don't have the other faces either.
Well, that's the point, though. Like, if you're late to the game, you're paying less, you're getting the basic figure, but you're missing out on the other pieces.
I guess. I mean,
Danny Lee says, Zach, you guys need to work out a collab with CW's Joint Juice. Yeah, we put up a thread if anyone wanted to buy Joint Juice, and I don't think anyone wanted to purchase it. It was more expensive than our initial offering because that was through Patreon, and those are people that are paying money every month. And just for us to purchase the product, like to buy the bottle, like for each product, the bottle is like, let's just say it's $2. And then to buy the product to put in the bottle is a certain cost, and then to ship it is like $7. it ends up being like to make any reasonable money to fund like new equipment for the show, we have to charge like, you know, $13 to $15, and it just doesn't make sense. And I don't think anyone wanted to buy it. So we would do a second batch if we can get a handful of people to commit to purchasing it. But at present, I think it's just going to be a thing that we did once. And, you know, if you got a batch, that's awesome. And if not, you know.
Oh, I'm stoked for this section.
Dean, this was this new series of Transformers called RED.
Yes.
Tell me about this set.
Enhanced design, if I remember correctly. These are non-transformable Transformers, which sounds blasphemous.
No.
But for someone like me, I went over to your house the other day, Zach.
Yeah.
And do you remember what I told you when I left?
That you love me?
Well, that. But I was like, dude, your Transformer shelf is so...
Yes. You liked the
cool.
G1 style. Yeah.
Dude, they're so iconic. They're so beautiful on the shelf.
It's right there. Look at that.
But I don't love Transformers enough to spend hundreds of dollars on each figure. I just don't. I didn't grow up with Transformers. I like Transformers, but I don't have like that nostalgic feeling I do for, let's just say, Robotech or even Star Wars. So for someone like me who wants these characters on the shelf and who's really not interested in vehicle mode, these are a home run. Hasbro's definitely going to get some of my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you look at the target market for like these figures, like, I mean, I could see a 5-year-old really enjoying this versus like not enjoying, like, I mean, if you give a 5-year-old a Transformer, like most kids, like I gave some Transformers to my neighbors. I think their kids are like 4 and 6. And they just like had this Transformer, like it looked like one of those little doll like paper things where you just like there's arms and legs everywhere. I mean, they just did not do well with it,
right?
And it wasn't even like a complex transform. It was a very basic transformation, and they were miserable. Like if you give them this, like I could totally see this being a
they're gonna have fun. The articulation looks great. The only thing I didn't like was the Optimus Prime. When you close the chest, you could see through the plastic on the windows.
It's kind of hit or miss. They usually do it like with MP10. It was clear. With TE01, the first and second batches were clear, and the third they did that blue tint on it.
Yeah.
Danny Lee says, I might dump my masterpieces for these Transformers. I never transform my stuff. Red Wolf says MP44 and MP36 are the pinnacle of masterpiece Transformers. Yeah. Zach says, motherfuckers even tried complaining about $14 for a dust blower, some leather conditioner, a brush, and towel. Yeah.
Wait, how much are these and what are they?
I was missing the... You owe me a cloth, Zach.
Zach says, rolling 21 deep in the chat. Good job on the growth, guys. Yeah, thanks, man. It's been pretty good.
I think if the price point on these is right, I don't know. What do Transformers cost these?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Nobody answered my question. How much are these and how tall are they?
That's what I was going to ask.
I don't know. You put them on the show sheet. I just thought you.
This is the only pictures out. I don't know.
Anything. Oh, okay.
I think they're that new, but I mean, Soundwave can press the button on his chest. Megatron could do an ab crunch. Like the articulation is fantastic on these. I think if they're somewhere around the size as the ones Zach's are on the shelf, and they're like, I don't know, $30, I think it's a pretty easy pickup.
I think that these will probably be much smaller. I know the current line of Transformers, they tend to be about like the ones you'd find in Walmart, you know. Yeah. They're about like the Earthrise Optimus, which is a really amazing like it's actually a better, in my opinion, a cleaner transformation than the MP44. I know that's blasphemous, but it really is a clean transformation. That's $50 with the trailer. So I could definitely see these coming in at $30 and being about half the size of a masterpiece figure. And look at this. We got a special guest, Dill Pickle.
Hey.
Awesome. Hey. Austin, I'll answer your question at the end of the show.
Yeah, let's make sure we get to that. But yeah, welcome, Dylan. We're talking here about some Transformers. We'll get you up to speed here in a little bit. But Yeah, Dean, I don't see these being as tall because masterpiece scale, like Hasbro usually reserves things of that size only for the masterpiece line. Everything else tends to
Yeah,
be
but
a
for
little bit
figures that
smaller.
aren't transforming, they got to make it up somehow.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, these are big, but they don't transform.
Sean says small PP energy from the non-transforming Transformers. So maybe a nod of disapproval there, but I think these look pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, I think the target market, like you said, is a younger collector who's not really interested in transforming, or someone like me who just wants the representation on the shelf and doesn't want to spend the extra money for something I'm not going to use.
Yeah, there was a pretty good success with the non-transforming Transformers, like the high-end versions. I know Jobby reviewed the Optimus. Struggling to recall the name of that line, but yeah, I've seen some pretty high praise for those figures, even though they don't transform. So definitely be curious to see what happens with these in the long run.
Yo, so I'm looking on Walmart.com, and they're 6 inches in scale, and the price point is $19.87. They're on pre-order.
That's not too bad.
Wait, say it again.
6-inch scale, and they're $19.87. You can get them on Walmart pre-order.
6 inches. All right, maybe I won't get them.
I mean, that's not bad though. $20.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
I would buy a $20 Optimus.
You
even
want-
though I have the.
What's that noise?
Is that someone's mic?
I think that's me. One sec.
Yeah, that's Cody. I was freaking out. I was like, "What the fuck is going on with my mixer?"
Is Dylan talking or no? I can't hear Dylan.
Dylan, what's going on, buddy?
Isn't there a decent amount of people that don't like to transform their Transformers anyways?
Dude, I never fucking transform my Transformers.
I've heard all kinds of
Yeah.
The only ones that I transform are like the Bumblebee that's like fucking 3 steps, because transforming TE Optimus Prime legitimately is like a 70-step transformation. It took me like an hour and a half the first time. Now I can do it in about 5-10 minutes, but yeah, it's definitely something that I don't enjoy doing. And it's so bad, in fact, that I found a deal for a second TE01 and I bought it just so I could have not have to ever transform that.
Yeah, both on the shelf.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's how fucking awful that transformation. I mean, literally, there's a point where everything is folded out, and the legs are like folded out 3 times their length, and the arms are folded out, and the chest is open, and you're fucking. I mean, it's a nightmare. I mean, it really is a nightmare. So this is definitely, I think, could be. I mean, for $20, I mean, I'd definitely be interested in that.
I don't know if
Even just for toy photography, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, I think this could be a slam dunk line. Let's get into new releases. So War Machine from In-Game did release. I think this looks pretty good. This one came out last week in Hong Kong, and I mean, it's one of those releases that's so okay that I just have really nothing good or bad to say about it. I mean, it looks good. The paint apps look really good. The sculpt looks like the same one that we've had, pretty much the whole time that
I don't
Don
know.
Cheadle has been War Machine. But
Yeah. I don't know what it is about them and Don Cheadle not giving us an actual sculpt. His armor since Civil War has gone back into the suit like Tony Stark's.
So I think Steve Rogers, the guy that works at Marvel, I think he was he was giving some insight into why some of these guys, like for example, like Robert Downey Jr., they use the same head sculpt with minor hair changes for like 7 or 8 figures. And I think it just is the cost that they charge to authorize a license or what aspects they will allow you to produce. And so maybe for this, for the actor, maybe he doesn't want them to make, for some reason, an unmatched, a big old melon head or something. But
Was it
Considering what they did to Paul Rudd, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo, Paul Rudd
was
was
it
like,
just
yo,
a
Don Cheadle was like, yeah, fuck that, dude.
was it just a repaint of the face and same sculpt, or is it a new sculpt? Have we?
I mean, it looks like the same sculpt that we've gotten for a while.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. I think this one has a good chance of being undermade a little bit because I think the Mark IV was seemed like such a big favorite.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
could
where's
see them
this
not
Mark
making
VI
many of
there?
this.
This is the Mark VI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this figure is so inoffensive, it's almost boring. Like, it's like, yeah, it's good. And that's like all I have to say about it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they made it. And
Yeah.
that's as much as I can say about it. Same with this one, the Black Widow from in-game. It looks fantastic, but again, I mean, you know, this is like their 7th Black Widow. It looks great. I have no qualms with the head sculpt.
Best one.
It looks good. I mean, I don't think the outfit's gonna last, but I think it looks really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just missing something. I don't think it's the best one.
I do by a lot. I strongly disagree with you, Dean.
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't really even think it's.
I think the best one they made was Winter Soldier. The sculpt, the hair, the suit.
Is that the one with the actual physical hair, or is it sculpted?
They all have physical hair.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
right.
I thought there was ones that had the what is it, like the rooted hair?
They all have rooted hair.
This is the first one with sculpted hair?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
shit, okay.
I don't dislike this figure. I just there's like, to me, there's better options, but
this was my favorite suit, and I think my favorite hair. I think it looks a lot better sculpt. There's times when I do like the rooted hair, and there's times when I like the sculpt, and this is one of the times when I like the sculpted a little bit more. But I'm gonna get this one. This will probably be my only Black Widow, I think.
I have Avengers 1, and it does the job for me. I don't feel the need to go buy a new Black Widow.
I'm disappointed in her guns. They haven't really updated the sculpt at all. They kind of just look cheap, unfortunately. Her little side pistols.
Yeah. Does she even use guns? I don't remember. I remember in Avengers 1, but
King Zach says having the face inside the helmet falls under the same license as a suit. You don't have to pay out additional fees. A full 3D head sculpt for RDJ. You can make cosmetic changes, but not structural.
Oh.
Austin says this Black Widow figure is fire, and Austin also says in regards to the War Machine figure that what was his comment here? He said that Figure Dummy did a review on the War Machine, and it's not very impressive. Danny Lee says I like this Black Widow in the Avengers version the best so far. Yeah, I mean this looks really good. I didn't realize this was the first one with sculpted hair, but
yeah, I don't hate it. It's just, I don't know. It's just like I said about the War Machine. It's so inoffensive. It's like, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything except like knock out Quill in the movie, right? Like he knocks him out, and then the next scene where there's action, he's destroyed and he has to get out of the suit.
Right, and then he's in the Iron Patriot again.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Dean, the Spider-Man Far From Home, I guess 2.0 was released this week, just yesterday. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think this is probably one of the absolute best Spider-Man figures that they've ever made. It's infinitely posable. The outfit, you don't have to worry about it being damaged. The eye functions are really nice, with the exception of some Hot Toys glue problems. The drone looks really good, but I will say I am extremely let down by this base. On the right was the what we were solicited, and it looked like this really nice, maybe plastic base, some 3D textures. And what we received was on the left.
The cardboard?
Yeah, it looks really bad.
Yikes.
What do you guys think?
Yes.
Does it glow or anything? Why is that? Or is that just an effect in the picture?
I think there's some photo. I mean, with the lights and I think that's just a Photoshop. But I mean, yeah, this just looks really bad.
Whose leg is that?
Stanley, and yeah, in the picture, Stanley is like.
I was like, what the? leg. Dude, that's awful. That considering this is just a repack of character that they've already made. The fact that they gave you cardboard is insulting.
Spend the extra money, you know.
Dude, the shoe at the top left kills me. Like, look how small the sock is compared to the actual shoe.
My question is do you think it's clashing with the background too, which makes it look worse? Like if you had a different color background, because the purple or blue that the cardboard is actually not too many shades off from the actual background color either.
Mm-hmm.
Versus in like the production photo over here, it's kind of like a teal.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a change that they made, regardless of the background. I mean, it does look just completely different.
Yeah, the one on the right looks like it's molded plastic.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh no, it's actually just cardboard.
That's
like
disappointing.
Notice.
But this figure is cheaper than the original release, right?
Let me check. I will check.
I
right
mean,
now.
because like if it is like, I mean that really doesn't affect it for me. Like that's not making me not want to have it because I mean I'm sure you can make a plastic one.
Yeah, the fucking drone is sick though.
Yeah,
This one comes in at
That's
$267.
too much for a cardboard base.
Oh, I'm sorry, $220.
Oh,
Wait, what? No, this is the homecoming version. So
I
that's
wish you would
$220.
your shit together. I'm
Well, I mean, shit, man. I mean,
just kidding.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so $220, and then the other one is
What other one?
$267. Yeah, so it's a $47 increase in price. I mean, you are getting the drone, but yeah, that cardboard though.
Unacceptable.
I mean, that's like the third time that they've done that cardboard stuff because with Jawa and the Gonk, that base thing was like cardboard. So definitely disappointing.
Cardboard with Thanos, and nobody had a problem with that.
Yeah, it's a big ass base.
Wait, what was cardboard with Thanos?
The backdrop.
Yeah, it's like the background.
Look at it.
Yeah, but they do those quite a bit, and they look really good. But this just looks really bad. I mean, I don't know.
Thanos is also, I don't know, 4 times the size of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is like a trifold or bifold thing that goes around the base and the big ass figure. Like
Quadfold.
Yeah, this is thick. It's not just cut out cardboard.
I tried to look at the accessories, and yeah, they don't specify what it's made of. They just say 4 orange and blue colored pixelated effect accessories in different sizes attachable to base.
So it comes with paper.
Limb Toys did release their Peter Parker head sculpt, and boy, I feel fucking stupid. I had this on pre-order, and someone was like, I really need this head sculpt. I just like missed the pre-order window. And I was like, yeah, I'm never going to get another Spider-Man like 2 months ago. And I was like, yeah, you can have my slot. Came across a fantastic deal on the PS4 Spider-Man and repurchased it. And now I'm trying to get the sculpt again. So if anyone knows a retailer carrying this head sculpt, please let me know. But this looks really good. It came out great.
Loser.
Manny SW Toys finally released their Joker, and my God, if they didn't make, in my own opinion, the best one yet.
For sure. If you say otherwise, you're wrong. This thing was supposed to be dropped in February, and we're barely getting it.
But I think they spent so much extra time, and if we would have waited this long and it was bad,
no,
I would be pissed. But I think that they took the extra time and really made something special. There's a gentleman. Let me see if I can pull up his YouTube channel. He compares all 3 of the major releases, and by far, I mean, I think the shoes on this one are probably not so good. His YouTube name is Big Breda. He's Big Breda. I don't know.
Yeah,
Breda Thunberg. And so, yeah, I mean, if you want to, he does a quick review on this figure, and then he also compares it to the other 2. But this just looks fantastic, and I think this was the cheapest one of all 3. So I'm feeling definitely pretty good about pre-ordering it. Manny, are you excited for yours?
Dude, I'm so excited. The only thing that I have a problem with, and it's an easy fix, is the arms. As you know, pretty much every 1/6 scale figure, the arms don't sit very like flush to the body. So I'm gonna have to get a Dremel and Dremel the side, like the way we did with Michael Myers, just so he can have a more natural stand with his arms to the side. But I mean, I can't wait to get this figure.
I think it's a slam dunk, dare I say.
This is SW Toys.
Yeah,
it's really good, dude.
Retails at $110.
Wow.
I definitely think the shoes need paint, though. They need gloss and they need paint.
I'd side with that.
Are these the ones they were showing pictures of in the chat? And Eric put the crying eyes on it.
No, that was another.
No, that was the M Toys, I think.
Because I was like, that head sculpt looked nothing like Joaquin Phoenix. That thing was garbage.
Yeah, this one, dude, the suit is perfect because if you looked at the Toys Era one, it's like gigantic. It looks like he went to the thrift store and just found one.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is really. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone expects the suit to be like super nice, and I'm just like, guys, he's like really poor. And I mean, this was probably either a suit they had at the thing that he just fucking put on.
I mean, to be fair, he does look a little snazzy, and that's his best suit.
It wasn't That was it's that skinny with the legs, and didn't it have a little kind of bell bottoms at the bottom in the movie? I could be wrong. I've only seen it twice.
I remember it being kind of like high water. It's like it didn't even fit right.
Yeah, for $120, I'll fucking take that shit to the seamstress myself. This is a really good release. At $120, there's a lot of money to be put into this. You know, $10-20, you got yourself a good figure. Yo, people laugh about that, but I tell you, take any Sixgill clothing to a seamstress, they will do it. I mean, really.
I know.
Anything out of the ordinary,
because of
like
what you
they
said.
appreciate it. Yeah, I
I
swear.
laugh what you said last time to Ian. You're like, I think it was Ian. I could be wrong. Where you're just like, yeah, man, just swallow your pride and go there. They'll do it.
Dude, I'm telling you. I mean, they have and I'm not shitting on seamstress, but I mean, like when I talk to them, they're like, yeah, I mean, we get the same thing, pants, dress shirts, like to do something totally different. I mean, it's. I mean, I'm sure probably not everyone would do it, but yeah, every time I've taken it to the same seamstress, she always gets really excited.
Dude, I had to take my stepdad's pants one time, and they asked me if it was for a doll, and I said no, he's just really short.
Oh, savage. Savage. Manny, tell us about this set here.
Oh yeah, so these went on sale, I want to say Friday morning on Walmart.com, and I think they sold out in 6 seconds. Like within 6 seconds, it said sold out.
Yeah, I saw a meme was gone in 6 seconds.
Literally.
This was the NECA 2-pack, the Casey Jones and Raphael in disguise.
Yeah, sorry. So Walmart has this thing where they're going to be issuing 2 packs of the figures. So if you didn't get to collect the turtles like I did, and you want a shot at them, you can grab them. Obviously, Walmart kind of sucks to find exclusives in store, so it's gonna be even harder, I think, than if you were just to go to GameStop or whatever. But I mean, you know, we have a chance at least, and they're hitting locally like as of today.
Yeah, someone in San Antonio said they found a set.
Yeah, so and I think the official like release date is I think it was today or tomorrow that you can find them in store. So if you walk
it's
into
the 29th, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
make sure you're careful because people have already broken theirs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the wrist pegs.
Typical NECA fashion with QC issues.
So I think they're not that bad at QC. I would say they're
way better.
I would say they're old. Yeah, they're old like packaging. I was complaining about that on the last small talk to Damien. How I would get it with Amazon, and what do you call like the cardboard back and then the plastic,
the frustration-free packaging, or the bubble wrap, or the bubble card, or whatever.
Yeah, but it would like come already removed from that. Like the glue that glued it on would melt off in transit or something. But anyways, I think Randy, people are giving Randy shit because he tweeted something like, "Keep an eye out on Walmart. In a couple minutes, they're gonna go back up," and then like they never went up, and then no one heard from him like the rest of the day. So like everyone was like getting after him about it.
Fucking trolled everybody. What a god.
Yeah,
dude, I'm excited for these. I want a whole set of turtles, so if I find one of these, I'll be happy to pick it up.
$500, friends and family. Manny, this was something you were also really excited. The NECA 8-inch scale clothed Halloween 2 Michael Myers.
Yep.
Did you ever get the first one back in your collection?
Yeah, I have all the newer NECA stuff from Michael Myers. I did see this one pop up on Nightmare Toys. They're a pretty legit, like little comic book store. I guess you can call it like a horror store based in Las Vegas, and they had this up. It was retail plus $7 shipping. I was like, I'm not gonna, miss this because I'm pretty sure Target's gonna get these, but for me to waste some gas and try and find one at a Target,
risk the Rona.
Yeah, I'll just pay the $7 and wipe
Rona
it.
Risker.
But I'm excited.
That baby.
Yeah, the work, the artwork is pretty sweet.
How are the head sculpts? I know you're kind of picky.
I like the head sculpts on these. The thing that's really garbage is the bodies that they use for these 8-inch figures.
Mm-hmm.
Like their ankles don't have full articulation. They just go like up and down, and the actual body's a little wonky. Like they have tape to hold down the undershirt. But overall, I mean, you're not going to do any crazy, articulation with this guy. So
yeah, he's not Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, you can have him like Spider-Man, I
He
guess.
does about as much articulating as the Golden Girls.
Yeah,
Manny,
Probably less. They were slow.
Manny, do you take all yours out of the package? All of
I
your Michael Myers?
Yeah, so with NECA, I'm real careful about how I unbox. So the packaging is pretty mint. So but yeah, I take them all out. So this one will be on display. I just don't know which one to display the head with or the body with. So if anything, I'll probably pick up a second and then display them with the blood eyes.
Austin says, have you guys ever heard of One's Customs? Manny, I know you have
yeah.
mentioned him a few times on the podcast.
Yeah, I used to have his Blackest Eyes version 2. Sad story. I sold it.
Dude, that was the saddest story.
Dude, that
Yeah.
was heartbreaking.
Because I had a lead on a Mad Bug sculpt and I sold it. I had the money in my PayPal. Normally I like to wait a little bit to make sure the person gets their thing and then I'll, go ahead and use the money. But I was like, nope, I'm gonna, buy this Mad Bug. And as soon as I messaged the guy, he was like, oh no, I sold it. I'm like, bro. So I was probably like a year, right, without a Michael Myers head.
Dude, it was a long time. I feel like it was maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
It seemed forever.
And then I got Eric, his
Dented head.
dent head. The hairline was like my Theo Pete's in the back.
Dude, you fixed it up though. It looks fantastic now.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Dean, Square Enix Collectibles has some information here about delays. Do you want to let the folks at home know what's going on?
Yeah, so the Final Fantasy VII remake figures got pushed back significantly. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, a couple months, but no, it's 4 months, I guess.
Like 2 to 4 months.
Yeah. I want to say my email was even worse. Do you have my email in there? Because
Yes,
it's
I
saying 3/27/21.
Oh no.
Oh no, I guess that's today's email or today's date. I thought that was 2021. Sorry. I'm an idiot.
Do better.
But I did get the confirmation email that they were delayed. So instead of November, it is now February for these two. And then the other ones got pushed back accordingly to their release dates as well. So that sucks.
Yeah, definitely not fun. Dean, give us our sponsor tag.
Yeah, we're going to talk about What the Scrapyard. Quick thank you to our friends over at Water Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode. You can find them on Instagram at Water Scrapyard and their eBay and Facebook as well. They make 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as resin printed head sculpts of dozens of different characters in the Star Wars universe and other universes. If you don't see a character you like on their Instagram, send them a message and they can design and print one for you for a pretty reasonable price.
Nice.
Yeah, Arrow says shout out to Theo Pete.
Theo Pete, the legend.
He doesn't get shouted out enough. We need to make a Theo Pete sticker.
Or sure.
Holographic, baby.
Oh, wait, we need to sign off on his licensing because that boy's expensive.
Oof, we got to have our agents contact his agents now.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about Chronicle Collectibles. And Dylan, allow me to preface this conversation with, we do have an interview lined up this Thursday. It is going to be a non-live interview with the general manager of Chronicle Collectibles. She has generously offered to talk with us. Her name is Amy, about this Kickstarter, about their Jurassic Park line of figures, and pretty much anything we want to chat about. So the information and the opinions that we have to share now, they're obviously before this interview. So hopefully she can change our opinion on what we think about this. So in my opinion,
What time are we doing that?
Wait, what?
What time are we doing that?
Thursday at 3:00.
Okay, cool.
Our time. Chronicle is a company that has some very expensive licenses. First and foremost, Jurassic Park. They also do a lot of Terminator stuff. They have, some really fancy licenses, and they do make a lot of really high-end collectibles. They make 1-to-1 scale collectibles. They make 1/10 scale collectibles of massive creatures. They have a lot of help from Stan Winston Studios on a lot of their Jurassic Park things. And they're a company that really produces a lot of fantastic stuff. To me, it seems odd that a company that is making a $5,000 Tyrannosaurus Rex statue that's 1/5 scale that is actually based on the Stan Winston Studio maquettes is soliciting fans' assistance for a 1/12 scale articulated raptor. Now, on their live stream today, they did mention like, hey, this is something totally new for us. This is going to be something that we have to develop from the ground up. And I do appreciate that. But at the same time, I just don't really like the notion that companies are going to start crowdfunding their products. Now, Hasbro has done this 3 times, 2 of which were successful. The Sail Barge and the Unicron. The Cookie Monster was not successful. Hasbro, I think it's inexcusable at the size that their company is. Todd McFarlane, I think, is pretty inexcusable as well. Chronicle is
for the item he chose.
Yeah, Chronicle is a much smaller company than these. Dylan, I know the way you set up the interview was kind of crazy, so let's talk about that. And you did actually talk with Amy about some of this and your concerns, so maybe we can preface our interview with some of your initial discussions with Amy.
Yeah, so I'm on the more understanding side, I guess, with them on this line. I, like you said, I think I don't like, I guess, in a vacuum, I don't like how it's become a trend. But essentially, yeah, I just called their customer service, not really coming with a plan. I was just going to ask him a little bit more details about the line, see if I could find out anything exclusive. And it rang, and then it like stopped ringing for a second, and then she answered, and she said everyone was out of the office for customer service, and then it just got forwarded to her phone. And she didn't tell me exactly who she was right away, and then I just asked for if they do podcast interviews or anything like that, and she said she was happy to. And then we just kind of discussed it a little bit. I did kind of brown nose a little bit, but I am on her side, to where I said, like, being a business student, I understand a lot of things, and I understand that expensive items don't always mean a lot of money for their side. Just because they sell high-end figures doesn't mean that they make high-end money. You know what I mean? So there's certain sides of it. Like you said, I don't like that it's a trend in the community, but at the same time, the same thing with the 6-scale Raptor is, I would never tell her this. She'll probably listen to this now, but I would spend, they could ask for $1,000 and I would have paid it for a 6-scale Jurassic Park.
Said that on the show
that stuff
before.
That stuff I've waited my entire life for. That's what I grew up playing mainly with, is Jurassic Park toys.
Yeah.
And we talk about different communities. I don't know if you guys are in any like Jurassic Park or dinosaur, mainly Muzak, I guess. They're very positive and it seems like really diverse group. There's a lot of females in there. It's kind of a fun thing to be a part of, and they're all nostalgic based. Yeah. So if Chronicle, I think what Chronicle really wants to do, and this is just a complete guess, this is without inside information or anything, but they want to get these items to get to those people, because they pay $80-$90 the way it is for, at the time, figures that were anywhere from like $15 to $30, if that. So I think they're really just trying to get it to them, because they've said that a couple times, that they're just trying to get eyes on it. That's the whole point of doing the Kickstarter, is just to try and get a different fan base to get it out there. So yeah, I would rather have it than not have it, but yeah, I agree, like Hasbro is a little too much there when they're looking at it.
I guess from my opinion, it's like take a chance, make a product. If you think you can make it and you think it's going to sell well, make the product. Don't force people to have to commit money, because you have this dream to make this product. Now, I think the thing that's most concerning to me about this figure is the Amber Collection Velociraptor is in a lot of circles considered to be probably one of the greatest dinosaur toys ever made. That's an actual Jurassic Park dinosaur. And that is a $20 figure, and it is incredible. In fact, when Chronicle showed their 6-scale Raptor, a lot of people in their comment section were saying, hey, I mean, this $20 toy just looks so much better, articulates so much more naturally than your, I think it's like a what, $500-$600 Raptor. I'm concerned that they would make this and it's going to fall flat because of the fact that they're up against such a well received figure that you can. I mean, I think GameStop still have that figure, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Dean, what do you have to say about this?
Almost nothing positive. I mean, Chronicle Collectibles has a lot of high-end license.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Conan, Dark Crystal,
Star Trek, Terminator,
John Wick. Yeah, I mean, those are big names that bring in big money. Now, like Dylan said, just because they sell expensive shit doesn't mean they're banking, because they have overhead too. But yeah, I don't know. It's like you obviously make great products. People buy them. People support them. But people shouldn't have to bankroll them if you're already doing it. I'll just never agree to the fact that the consumer should be the one paying for the
R&D.
R&D if you're already a established company. Now, like, usually Kickstarters are some people with a good idea and like a prototype, you know what I mean? And they're like, hey, we need your help to manufacture this thing and get it going. And that's what Kickstarters are for. Not, hey, we're a multi-million-dollar company and we probably already have this thing made and we want you to pay for it and then we'll make it. That's not
Like
the same thing.
Like the guy who started Mesozoic Beast or whatever that is.
Yeah, like this Kickstarter, you're not paying for the R&D. At least I don't think. You're just paying for the manufacturing.
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of the R&D is probably already done. I mean, if they're making a 1/6 scale Raptor, it seems like you would just scale everything by half. Now, it is interesting to note they said we haven't needed to crowdfund a collectible statue, replica, or figure before. However, we have big plans for our 1/12 scale true scale line of Jurassic World franchise figures and want to be sure everyone hears about them. Now, that point is interesting because just a clever marketing campaign on Facebook will ensure that it is reached to the masses. You don't need to necessarily go on Kickstarter because I can guarantee you there's more people on Facebook in dinosaur groups than are on Kickstarter just searching randomly for dinosaur 12 scale collectibles. I will also say that the fact that they're saying they have big plans for this line when the first and only figure is potentially in jeopardy of never getting off the ground is a very weird statement to make and kind of leads me to believe that they already have a lot of figures that are in some stage of development for them to make that.
This is another one of those, like, we're holding it a hostage until you fucking pay for it. This is exactly what that is.
So we'll see what happens. Manny, you said you wanted to contribute an opinion here.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't have anything to do with this, but it is on topic with dinosaurs. I've been eyeing a figure, and I think you, Zach, will probably be the most surprised. Can you guess what figure I've been eyeing? A dinosaur figure.
Ooh, like at Walmart or like on eBay?
Yeah, Walmart. Maybe Target. No. Target. Maybe
the Brachiosaur dinosaur.
No.
The reissue Indominus Rex.
No.
What is it?
Yes. I really, really, really want a 2019 Godzilla from NECA.
Dude, hell yeah.
Dude, because I don't know, like I've been eyeing some of the
God damn it, man.
He's a kaiju.
Oh, well, still, like you know what I mean.
That's a cool figure, dude. Are you gonna get the burning version or the standard version?
I don't know, whichever one I can find. Probably.
I believe Steven should have all that.
Oh, I'm not going to. Steven lives 10 million miles. Steven shops like 10 million miles away.
That's not that far.
So I've seen 2 of them in store, Manny. Make sure to just look at the eyes, because both of them that I looked at were googly eyed. It drove me nuts.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check.
Yeah, so remember on this figure, this conversation is before our interview with Amy, and so maybe Amy will change our opinion on it, maybe she won't, but either way, we're very thankful for her time being the general manager of a company like Chronicle. It's pretty neat that she's taking time out of our day to talk to us. And
Yeah,
Dylan,
that's super cool. I mean,
I'm really
if
proud of
anything,
you.
That's badass that she took a random phone call from some random dude on a random podcast and was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll do that.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yo,
dude,
Dylan,
huge
pretty
props.
Dylan,
And I
tell me how you introduced the show, please. Like, okay, I'm gonna answer the phone. Hi, I'm Amy. What's this
I
role
just well, it didn't get brought up until
Oh my
like
goodness.
we're not gonna role play.
Okay, fast forward to the part where you
didn't-
talk about the show. Jesus Christ.
It-
Dylan.
Oh, yeah,
I just said
not
we're
role-playing.
a small little
She's like,
community.
he was like, we were
What?
on PewDiePie last week.
We were on
Small.
the
I said we're a small collecting community, and Zach got really worried for a second that I said
I didn't get worried. I
small
got offended.
podcast.
I was like, what the fuck are you saying?
But our community, I feel like, is small. But I essentially said that this is a common issue that us collectors discuss and go back and forth with and debate. So I essentially want to be able to have her, to defend herself. Like I said, like we might be coming at you. So yeah.
Hello.
Don't put us in that frame of reference. I mean,
I'm gonna be real.
I'm not saying like we're gonna be like offensive in attacking her, but I said like there's a couple people that are going to be there that are in our community. I didn't really even say who, that are in our community that disagree with crowdfunding for established companies. And I said, so this is your opportunity, I guess, to kind of explain that a little bit. And
hopefully she drops a little nugget of maybe we can ask her at the end of the show, like, hey, can you break some news on our show? I think that would be
that'd be cool.
I love dropping that on people in the interview.
If we get along.
Yeah, right. She's like, actually, go fuck yourself.
You guys are assholes.
PayPal, we talked about this on After Dark last week, but PayPal has some terms of service updates, and a lot of people are very concerned. I talked to PayPal 3 times. I got the same answer 3 times. About 50% of the people that talked to PayPal got different answers, and it all essentially revolves around purchase protection for places like Facebook Marketplace or Facebook groups where you're buying and selling outside of an official website, like, for example, Big Bad Toy Store. Those, I don't think there's any question that you'll be covered, but if I'm buying a figure from Dean as goods and services and Dean scams me, there's a lot of discussion whether or not PayPal has any purchase protection in those cases. But I want everyone to be mindful that it kicks in August 1st, so right about 1 month from now. Again, it's 50-50, it seems. But just know who you're dealing with. Make sure to pay goods and services. And, hopefully things will be all right. But essentially what it boils down to is a lot of people are doing a lot of drop shipping of items related to COVID, buying lots of masks, buying lots of hand sanitizer, buying lots of cleaning products, shipping them out without ever touching them, and running into a lot of PayPal claim issues. And PayPal, what they said is this was a large part of their decision to change purchase protection to prevent resellers from doing these things. So definitely be careful with what you're buying. And, they said they're going to try to clarify these statements in the future, but as of now, that's the only resource on their site. So definitely be careful. But yeah, you can check it out. It's just PayPal Terms of Service update for August 2020. And you can read all the different changes that are taking effect. But hopefully things will stay relatively the same. Now, we are exactly halfway through the year, according to Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I was like, wow, this game told me it's halfway through the year. I thought it would be nice, since Dylan's here, since Cody's here, since Manny's here, for us to talk about some of our choices for what we think are just figures that are really well done this year. So
I almost forgot Cody was here.
Oh man,
that's not very nice. That is not very nice.
No, that's my way of telling him to speak up.
Thanks,
Cody.
Dean.
Hey man, I'm used to you running the show, man.
Hey man, I if I have something to say, I'll jump in. Don't worry, I got you.
So real quick, Mario says, I'm about to post a few figures tonight. Should I worry about PayPal now? Nope, I wouldn't worry at all. The terms of service are locked in until August 1st. So as long as you sell it now, you should have no problems. Jason says, I'm a control freak. Truer words never spoken. And Red Wolf says he wants dibs on what Mario's selling. So Mario, listen in the chat. Maybe you can get some sales while this podcast is going on. Our first nomination is Most Improved Company. I am struggling to find a nomination for this one because there's quite a few. But what do you guys think of some companies that have really stepped up this year?
NECA.
That's a good one. I would.
Probably shouldn't say that.
Wow.
I find it hard to disagree with Manny, and I don't even like
NECA is fucking killing it this year. Last year too, frankly.
I was shocked when I saw that the figure had broken out of the box, the Ninja Turtle guy.
Yeah, that dude probably was,
because they haven't had problems since so long that I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, I haven't
again.
seen a NECA break in a long time on that.
no, that dude probably got it out of the box like that, spun it around his head like a helicopter.
They really have stepped up. So
He's like, oh wait, look, it broke.
I'm going McFarlane and NECA.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Cody, what do you think? Is there a company that's really stepped it up this year for you?
I really, really, really liked Ace Moose this year. I think they had a lot of really good toys.
Okay.
They did step up.
Just from some of their older productions that I've seen, that I don't even personally own, like a lot of
their
sculpts. Yeah, their sculpts alone, their fabrics, they've touched up their game. They've tried to keep their price point decently competitive, but still pretty fair too. They're not pushing that 300 mark. Yeah, dude, Ace Muse. NECA, from what I've heard. Yeah, them as well.
Cody, do you own any NECA figures?
I used to own a lot, but not anymore. My wife made me choose what I wanted to collect, so I kind of went to that one. I also do a lot of D&D, so I have a ton of miniatures I need to paint. So,
dude,
yeah,
your minifigure collection is insane.
That's only half of it.
That's what I mean. That's insane.
Yeah. Yes, but yeah, I would say Ace Moose, I think, has been my big choice this year.
We need to get you one of these, man.
Oh, let me paint it.
What I would say, I wouldn't argue with either NECA or McFarlane. I think McFarlane has done.
Oh, here we go.
They threw. They kind of. Their first couple of releases with their DC figures kind of were off a bit, but I feel like the last couple ones have done really well. And I've seen a few of their newer ones in GameStops, and they look really well done. As far as 6 scale, I would almost say 3-0 with their Game of Thrones line. I feel like a lot of their more recent ones have done really well. I didn't mind the standard Jon Snow head sculpt. Do I have the third-party one coming? Yes, but I think they've done a hell of a lot better on that line than they did before.
Where'd you find that third-party head?
They put it. I think TNS put it up again for a reissue.
Really? Wow.
I think so.
Because
I'd have to check.
Dude,
it was like $60, I think, for the reissue, which is much better price than it was going for on the groups.
Dude, I paid. How much was it when I bought it, Zach? Was it
like $30-$40, I think?
Yeah, and then Zach, our buddy Cody sold one the other day for like $100, just the head sculpt.
Yeah, it's going for
a
pretty penny.
It might be sold out now because it was like a month ago, I think, when I got it.
Fantastic! I'm glad that you're able to get one at a good price because I almost bought 2 and I was like, fuck it, and I didn't. I should have.
Hey guys, what about a company that has dropped the ball?
I mean, we can talk about it, but I don't know if I want to do a negative award, but drop the ball.
What figure company do you think dropped the ball and why Hot Toys? Well, that's just
I was gonna say Hot Toys, man. They've been screwing it up this year.
I have one company, and it's actually a story on Friday that it happened.
Oh no, what was it?
Funko.
Oh, dude, I know with the Dwight.
Let me tell y'all. Okay,
goodness.
So Friday they announced that the Dwight was going live at 1 p.m.
Which Dwight was this?
This was Dwight with holding the unicorn. My horn can pierce.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so when Funko, when they have their exclusives going on, like I have the 3-hole punch gym, and when that one went on, I was refreshing at like 12:55, like because they're famous, they're known to drop it like a minute or two before. So there I am, dude. 1 o'clock hits, this thing goes live, and the server crashes. So I'm like, oh my god. So I had already told my father-in-law, I'm like, please, because he likes The Office too. He collects some pops. I'm like, please, try and get 2. I'll pay you, whatever. So there he is. He's like, no, my server crashed also, dude.
Jesus.
Oh my god. So finally it comes up, and I'm like, oh, so I get 2 quick. I go, I was already logged in, and it takes me to shipping, and it stays spinning. It says finding shipping options.
Oh, no.
I'm not over exaggerating. I waited 3 hours with that.
Jesus.
I went to Facebook. Everyone's like, anyone, any luck? And nobody. I guess their server crashed and it was stuck on that. So maybe like 3.5 hours later, the thing finally refreshed, but it said sold out. And I was like,
God
dude,
damn it.
I have them all so far. I was shaking. I was like, oh my god, like my blood pressure, like I felt like all my blood was in my head. So I went on their Twitter, and it said that they said that they pulled the pop because they were having issues, and they're gonna put it back up this week.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, but yeah, dude, I mean, that's money that it's just.
I don't know how many times we have to have this conversation on the show, but these people should already know
the shit is going to be wild.
Server like
invest in your infrastructure, man. Oh
Dude.
my lord, it drives me nuts for
It's
like
so
seeing what
frustrating.
It's so crazy.
Your servers are going to be overloaded,
dude. And they have their online Comic-Con coming up, and the exclusives are going to be on there. It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get shit.
God damn it.
If they're already having problems, don't even try it.
Yep.
Let's get into our next category, best overall company. I would like to say at this point in the year, Bandai has just fucking killed it. I think we've snubbed them 2 years in a row.
I've
think the
always
time
said
has
it's
come.
Bandai.
What do you guys think? Manny, Dylan,
100%.
Cody?
Yeah.
Disagree.
Dylan, what do you think?
I disagree because their Mandalorian was such a heavy-weighted option, and
that thing was fucking absolute ass.
And that's supposed to be a heavy hitter. So
okay, but that's one. We're talking about overall. That's one.
I know.
Figure. Dude, you're talking about the entire Dragon Stars line, Figure Arts line, Gundam model kit line, Dragon Ball Z model kit line. I mean, dude, the Gundam Universe line, Bandai is fucking killing it. One Star Wars
ramen
figure,
noodle line.
Yes, the ramen noodle
killing it.
Beat me to it.
Killing it. Let's go next category. Best figure under $30. For me, it has to be the $30. The what?
Power Rangers Zeo.
Yeah, well, hey, that's a good domination, man. Best under 30 Power Rangers Zeo. For me, it'd be the Marvel Legends Venom, the single pack deluxe.
Ooh, that one's sexy.
It's a good
dude.
figure. What do you guys think, Dean? Do you have anything?
I love that figure.
Doom guy.
This thing is so fucking cool.
I appreciate the diversity there. Cody, what do you got?
Oh no, I knew you were gonna call on me. I don't really collect.
You're only on the panel. Dylan, what do you got?
I have yet to get it in hand, but from what first in hand pictures have looked like, the NECA 100-year anniversary Predator or 100th
100-year anniversary.
100th Predator.
Wait, 100 years?
Fourscore and 4 years. Looks good. 4 years ago. Oh man, dude, that's hilarious. Best 1/12 scale figure, no price cap.
Oh, Baron Bins, hands down.
Who? What? When?
But yeah, my.
I would have to agree with that. Nosferatu looks good too, but Baron Benz was a pretty damn good drop.
He came with so much stuff. He was superposable. His underbody's really well. He came with like a comic book that was like super like laid out really well, and it was themed off of Ditka alone, which if you're a comics guy, you know, Ditka and Lee right there. And he just, I don't know, he looks so polished and good. And everything was usable. He came with like this like bubbly like back base, and I was like, oh, this is like kind of crap. It's like really flimsy and like light. And then I started watching reviews. They're like, no, like you get all these little like fish, and they all plug in there. And if you stand just right, it looks like he's like coming out of the water like Aquaman, and you're like, whoa, yeah. I don't know.
He is the epitome of what Mezco can do best with like his clothing and everything. And soft goods and accessories and everything like that. He is when Mezco can just do what they do best on. So I would have to agree with that one.
Real quick, Manny.
Dude, no, don't even go there. Look at your messages.
What is going on here?
Look at number 17 and 18, Papa. You owe me breakfast. Pay for me.
What are you talking about? 17 and 18? I'll show you right now. Here, let me go solo cam.
Look at your PMs.
17 and 18, right there. Momo Martinez, one entry. Scott Bradley is another entry.
No. I didn't say look at your texts. I said look at your PMs. Thank you. I like Bill Miller's potato and egg with cheese.
So you sent me a wrong list, and then tell me you sent me a right list.
You're wrong. It's okay to be wrong.
I'm gonna go wrong.
It's all right to be wrong, Zach.
I'm gonna go Kids Concepts Rick Hunter.
Ooh.
It's just packed full of accessories. It's a out of the gate figure. They've never made anything like that before. Fantastic articulation, multiple faceplates, multiple hands, multiple hair pieces, swappable helmet, and a display stand, weapons. I mean, dude, that figure is packed full of shit. And like I said, they'd never made anything like it before. So to come out of the gate with a figure that strong, to me, is really, really impressive.
Dude, Jason says Lacey Evans. I like her. I don't know if I'd want a figure of her though.
Let's talk the
It's a
next
pretty cool
one.
figure.
Best licensed 1/6 scale figure for me and mine own opinion. From all the figures that I've seen this year that were licensed, Mud Trooper Han Solo is the best figure.
Oh, it's either that or Krennic. It's hard to argue.
I would vote Krennic, but
Krennic is good.
I'm biased, but
Krennic is
these are just combinations.
It's real simple, which is why I think the Mud Trooper is better. But I mean, either one of those, you can't go wrong. They're just so well done.
I would have to, I would agree. Either one.
Zach, we got another entry. Sorry.
God damn it! Send me the whole list.
Just wait till the end.
Well, I'm trying to get the wheel made so that when we do it, we have the wheel up.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do it while we have the show going on.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna text you. I'll text you.
Well, then stop complaining.
No, send it to my messenger, please. That way I can just pull it.
Messenger, okay, not text message.
Yeah. Don't SMS text message me, please. Best on now. This is a new one here. I really felt like unlicensed figures were kind of left out in the rain last year. Best unlicensed figure at any scale. I'm gonna go Young Rich Miles Morales.
Limb Toys, the twin snakes that came out, Ahab and Ishmael from Metal Gear Solid 5.
I'm gonna go with the Collecting Weekly PewDiePie. That thing was fantastic.
I heard that got a shout out.
It did on the wall. Completely unlicensed.
I don't know. Some guy.
I'm gonna go with SW Toys Joker. I don't even have it in hand, but I love it already.
Fuck. Do I have a third party? I don't think I do. Not one that came out this year anyway.
Zach, I didn't get to answer last questions, but Hot Toys Scarlet Spider was my pick for licensed figure.
Wait, Scarlet Spider was released last year.
Oh no, I thought it was this year. Sorry.
Yeah,
Zach.
all my third party figures were released last year or like 2 years ago. So
yeah,
I don't have a dog in this fight.
This person's name is Corona River. What is that?
I don't know, dude.
Corona's a very common name, dude.
I don't know. They messaged me.
All right, well, good for them. So that's we obviously have a best overall figure, but I don't think we need to debate that right now. But
No, yeah.
I appreciate that we have such a variation in our nominations. I mean, we are obviously each different than.
Quick question: the Rick Hunter I did talk about that did come out last Christmas. That still counts, right?
Yeah, anything after December 1st
Okay.
Mm.
of last year is eligible because by that point we had already started voting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is a good Groupon for that. I like the diversity there. That was fun.
Yeah, so the joy of hobbying, this
Yeah.
jam packed. So I did get my Young Rich Miles Morales, or the head sculpt of Miles Morales for my Young Rich Miles Morales, done by our sponsor Watto Scrapyard.
Why he dead ass built like a big bean?
Oh yeah, I saw that on TikTok. But yeah,
A big bean.
he really nailed the sculpt. I mean, just comparing it
Wow.
to the screen grab here of him smirking. I mean, I think he really
Yeah, it's fantastic.
nailed it. And yeah, I did need to use some dremeling to get it to fit properly. But man, I'm so happy with how this is going to look. Victoria's offered to help me paint it, so I am very excited for that. I'm also in the early stages of my paint up for Dan Lee's comic Captain America. Right now, I'm just kind of color blocking, so nothing is really in its final state. But I'm just trying to separate the leather from the helmet from the flesh, and it's kind of a complicated head sculpt. There's several layers to it, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping next week I'll have more progress. But again, this is a very early bit of paint, so please don't judge it too harshly.
What is he putting with that?
I think he's putting it on the. Don't quote me on that, but I think he's just replacing the head from a Hot Toys figure with this. With this.
Okay, not the Sideshow comic one.
Don't quote me on that. I'm actually not sure. Dean, tell us about your custom here.
Yeah, I bought the Leonidas Star Ace a few months ago from Rick Sollers. He had it for $200, which was a really good deal.
That is.
Because it was new in box, and they were just like stupid expensive at the time. I think they're still really expensive. And the body just left a lot to be desired. Almost no posability, which is a shame for Leonidas because he's such a dynamic character.
Yeah.
And I looked up a few people on YouTube, and one guy had done a body swap with a M33, right? Yeah. M33 body. And I was like, damn, that looks cool. It looks pretty straightforward. Like I could do it. I just needed a Dremel, which is hence why I bought one.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me put my feelers out. So I messaged Jason Nelson, the sweet angel, who is like, I don't know, he just always seems to have the shit. So I was like, hey man, you have this body laying around? And he was like, I don't think so, but I'll look for it and I'll let you know. I was like, all right, cool. So like, I don't know, like later that day, he's like, yo, I got it. He's like, I'll drop it off if you want. I was like, dude, that'd be fantastic. So I can start working on this thing. And he dropped it off, and I got to work right away. And by the end of the night, I had everything on the body except the feet and the head. I just needed the Dremel, and I got the Dremel, and the head could be better, but it's on there. I did use the 2-part epoxy to really, get it firm on there. But the feet I fucked up on. The feet I overshot the hole, and
That's what he said.
Yeah, I had 2 parts holding them on, but I mean, I don't know, they'll fall off relatively easily if I.
What we can do if you didn't grab a hot glue gun, we can hot glue and fix that.
Ooh, that could work.
It'll add material, and then you just like pop it into the joint and keep it moving while it's drying, and then it'll make like an impermanent joint.
Yeah.
Is that body yellow like that? It looks like it has jaundice. The one on the left.
The original body's really. If you look at the hands on the M44 body, they look weird.
Oh.
And I can't and even the hands that came with the body are like this weird gray color. So I don't know. I can't really
Did you maybe swap it with like a Jedi Luke hands or some of the other hands from your other figures?
Yeah, I guess I could. I haven't tried that. It's just those fights and joints are so big.
Pain in the butt.
Yeah. So I'll figure something out. Maybe by.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job. And then this is the Han Solo we talked about earlier, looking very classy.
Yeah, dude. So the head sculpt I had, and I mean, honestly, if you solo cam me real quick, just so I could show Manny. Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
What I did to the third party one is I coated it with that mecha matte to get rid of it's kind of like a sweaty looking sculpt,
yeah,
and that really improved the look of it.
Very nice.
yeah. I think maybe I wore down the paint on the nose, but yeah, it's fantastic, dude. And I don't know, it just looks so much more like Han Solo to me. Like he's so
It's smart.
cocky. Yeah,
Totally the smirk. Yeah.
It's like it's like I couldn't be happier with it, honestly.
I love it. Also in the joy of hobbying, our sponsor Watto Scrapyard has made some I guess you I just totally brain farted. Robotech sculpts. Dean, I'll let you talk about these and also the Ox exclusive sculpt, and we'll kind of cycle through these as we go. So tell me what we got here on the screen, Dean.
Yeah, so this is Rick Hunter with his pilot's helmet. And then the Ox exclusive is going to be with the visor down. Which is
very
super excited for. And then also Rick Hunter without his helmet, which is on the right. Then on the left, that's Roy Fokker with his helmet on, which is Rick Hunter's. He says brother in the show, but it's debated. But then there's Roy Fokker without the helmet. Then Max Sterling with and without the helmet. So pretty cool. Well, there's some other characters that will be coming out too. But yeah, the if you want the one with the visor, it's an Ox exclusive. So
yeah, so you have to be in Collecting Weekly Auxiliary to get it. So definitely
freaking
cool.
stoked, man.
It is that time of the show. I'm so excited right now. We are about to do a live drawing.
Wow.
We'll decide, Manny, are the entrants, are we good here? We're good to do the drawing?
Yeah, let me tell you. So the final count that I have is 21.
21?
I have 25.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. All right. So we are going to do now on Collecting Weekly. We are a fan of the reverse drawing. So in a normal drawing, the first one who is wheeled usually wins. But in Collecting Weekly, we go with the last. So let's pull up the wheel.
It also builds the suspense.
It builds the suspense. Now I have the list here in the order that Manny has made it, and let's spin it. Let's spin it here.
So last man standing is the winner or woman.
Yes. So Reese is not. Did you hear that spinning noise or no?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. So let me.
There you go, Cody.
I got you.
I can know.
There we go. Stephen Crett is out.
Oui.
Oh, Reese is completely out.
Oh man. Thank you, sir. Don't unsubscribe now.
Yeah, right. They're gonna unsubscribe. They're gonna be so upset. Corona River is out.
It's not Corona, it's Corona.
Scott Bradley.
He said Corona.
Fernando.
I don't want Fern to win. That motherfucker wins everything.
He really does.
Eric.
Oh, for Eric.
Steve.
I met Steve. He's a cool guy.
Cody.
Cody. Oh my god, we're going fast. Might need to take a pee-pee break.
Oh, I can slow it down if you want.
Yeah, just slow down. Make it a little bit more.
Burn.
Hold on, I got some gas.
Oh.
All right, so who do we have left?
How many entries did you do, Eddie?
Steve. It's hard to see who's still left. So it's Eric, Mo, and then I can't see that one. Eddie, Richie.
Yeah, Eddie, you're
Cody
still in.
does one entry.
Whoa, shout out to Cody Wright.
Yeah.
Commented in the D&D forums for our other show. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. So let's continue on here. Eddie loses his first entry. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Okay, so right now, Mo Martinez, Eddie, Richie, Stephen, Cody, and Eric.
Why is Eric green?
I have no idea.
Watch it be rigged.
Right. Well, there was a few greens when we started. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Maybe the green is the next one out. Wouldn't that be?
right. Oof.
Oh, okay. So it's Momo, Cody, Eddie, and Richie.
Oh my God.
The final four, and find out on the next exciting episode of.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
No.
Richie is out. Cody, Eddie, Mo, Martinez.
Oh my
Just start
God.
taking bets.
Oh my god.
Oh, Eddie.
Oh fuck!
Dude, if Momo wins, I feel like this might be rigged. Manny was tagging Momo and all the things. I think this could be rigged, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not rigged, bro.
But if he wins, I want a congressional investigation.
Oh, Cody, right.
Momo Martinez wins.
Bro, I did not set that up.
Dude, that is fucking dude, that is rigged.
Wow.
Right before the show, Manny was like, yo, add an extra entry to Momo. Dude, that is rigged.
No, hombre, I could show you the
Dude,
screenshot.
that is rigged. You SMS text messaged me, dude. I seen it.
Congratulations, Momo. He's a cool dude.
Congratulations. He does the mukbangs.
Yeah, he did the mukbang with and he sliced his finger open also.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He
Like
had
that?
stitches done. Yeah, it was pretty rowdy.
Wow.
So now he can have the H2 with the bloody eyes effect. He can just rub the mask a little bit.
Oh yeah. So Eddie, I guess because he lives in Momo won, right? So I guess does Momo live in San Antonio?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay, so let me know, Momo, when you want to pick it up. You have to claim it by
Yeah.
next Tuesday. If you don't claim it, Manny, I swear to God.
He lives like in your area too.
Oh yeah.
No, so the story behind that was he had entered on Instagram, and then just before, I had sent you the list, he said, "Hey, I also did it on YouTube." And I'm like, "Okay." So that's the story behind that.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Damn, it's very, very
Congratulations. That is, and I don't say this just to brown nose Manny, but I mean, you really did a good job on the mask. I think that it's something that any fan of horror would be proud to display it in their collection. I think it's really well done.
Thank you. Hey Momo, I better not see it on Facebook Marketplace for $2,000.
It's going to be at Alamo Marketplace, dude. Dean, let's thank our patrons for keeping this show running during these hard times.
Yeah, Ben Porter, Griffin Campbell, Sean Fear, Ian Seavey, Renee Mendez, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Kraft, Jason Nelson, Big Ol' Fern, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley. Thank you to our patrons. Can we get a yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, guys. You guys are sweet.
Yeah, big shout out to Scott Bradley. Scott Bradley just upped his pledge into the top tier.
Wow.
We really appreciate
He's in the
that.
chat right now. What a sweet guy.
Yeah, what a guy. So we have 2 tiers. Sweet Angel, which is $5 a month. It's a sticker sent straight to your door. Once a month, you also get access to 18 plus episodes of Ox After Dark that are currently on the podcast private feed, and then you also have access to the video versions of those and behind the scenes content. We do have the $15 tier, which includes a free sculpt painted by Darkside Customs. Once you hit 3 months worth of pledge, you get that once a year. You get assistance with any figure fix by myself, and all the benefits from the previous tier. And I tell you, the Darkside Customs is worth its weight in gold. That's a very good service that Darkside Customs is offering. And yeah, you just ship it both ways, and he'll paint it for you.
I think Momo's in the chat.
This is the item, the sticker of the month. It is a Creeps R Us holographic sticker with that retro Toys R Us swag. The sticker is like 5 inches by I think like 2 inches. It's actually a pretty decent size sticker. Yeah, that's going to be coming in. I think we're going to start shipping those out Thursday. So you have to be a patron by like the first half of July to get this sticker. So you have a few weeks to get in at the $5 or $15 tier. Red Wolf says no $10 a month tier. We do not have a $10 a month tier currently. I think when we first did it, we had a $1 tier, but no one subscribed to it, so we just dropped it. I think we're considering doing a higher tier than 15, but we're just kind of thinking about the benefits for that. So for now, it's just the $5 and the $15 tier.
So, yeah, if you got benefit ideas that we could fund.
Yeah, and I think there is if you guys have benefit ideas, we can always add more tiers. And then also there is a way to do a custom pledge. So if there's not a tier at your price point, you could do whatever you want. And
I think you should leave the $1 one back up just for people who want to, throw us a bone.
yeah, that's a good idea. We can put it back up. I think the issue with that was there was a lot of people that were confused. Like they did the $1 tier, and then they're like, "Oh, I didn't get joint juice," and it was like, "Well, that was for the 5 and the 15," and then people wanted a sticker for the $1 tier, and I had to explain like to a few people that were looking to subscribe, what each tier was. So it was just much of a hassle.
Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, but we should have in-hand pictures of the Creeps R Us holographic sticker tomorrow, right?
Assuming that there's not a delay in UPS, yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we actually ordered 50 of those, so I'm gonna keep for the patrons and then for the backlog like 35 of them. So I should have 15 to give you, Manny, for yourself and your friends or whatever.
Yeah, I believe I don't know if, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we said we're going to give a sticker to the mask winner or something. Or he was going to get something, he or she. So if
he's getting a
mask.
No, but I thought they were going to get a sticker as well.
A mask. That's what he was going to get.
Okay.
Eddie says Polaroids After Dark tier. That is in our $500 OnlyFans tier. So
yeah.
Mario says, "Where's the OnlyFans tier?" I'm gonna put it up tonight. I'm gonna put it up tonight. Yeah, $500 friends and family only. Let's also we have a special gift here. So if you're in the $5 tier and you upgrade to 15, or you subscribe to the 15 already, you will get access to one of these acrylic charms. Dean, let me solo cam you here, but you think it's a good value there, Dean?
That thing is crispy as hell.
Crispy.
I really like it. Now, if you get it, just remember to scratch off the plastic covering, and yeah, it's a really nice product. We also did our Pride Month donation. The month is over. I think today's the last day of the month. Right now, our June earnings, July earnings, it says the same on both, but we're going to make a donation of $50. So we have $20 from TeePublic, and then we'll just round it up to 50. So we'll be making a $50 donation to the Pride Center of San Antonio, and we will be making that donation once our TeePublic funds drop into our account. It's going to be about July 5th or 6th that we'll make that donation. A big shout out to everyone that bought a shirt. I think we sold 7 shirts this month, and yeah, that's it went to a really good cause, and a lot of people really like the shirt design. So Manny, really good job on that design. And speaking of Manny's designs, we are introducing a new mini show to our network, Collecting Comics. The first video is going. It's already live on our audio feed. We're working on the video upload for that. It's going to be maybe once, twice a month upload. But yeah, Sean is joining our team. He's very well spoken, has a lot of really good knowledge to give us on comic books, and yeah, we're really excited to feature some comic content because we do have a good number of listeners that are into comics. So I'm really excited. Have you guys had a chance to listen to it yet?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned about the bat peen. I learned a lot about the the grading of comics and stuff. It was an interesting episode.
Yeah, definitely good stuff. So Austin said, "Don't forget the question I asked you earlier." So that was
actually
it was 2 questions. So Dean,
I hate Cap, and you want to know what figures we want Hot Toys to make. That question I can answer easier. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I wish someone would make figures from that movie.
My man,
you said that for a while. Yeah.
What about you guys?
I think. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You're fine.
I was gonna say, I think anime figures just in general, like I would love to see more of them because I have the Space Captain Harlock that came out a couple years ago.
Hell yeah.
With like the big chair and everything, and they can do a really good job, and you can get a lot of detail in the anime figures, and I would love to see more of that kind of line.
Yeah. I would really want Hot Toys to make I would really want to see a like the Jaeger pilot suit from Pacific Rim, the white one in the beginning of the movie. I think that'd be a fun figure. It would probably pose like shit. I would love to see an official Hot Toys Elysium figure, and those gold robots that dude has as his bodyguards. I just always really like the aesthetics of those. It'd be cool to see those in gold chrome.
Dude, I wish they would come out with the fuck, I totally just blanked on the name.
I was gonna say Eli from Book of Eli, and I've always said the Jaws characters.
Dude, that'd be really dope.
The Valerian characters, they showed them off, they just never released them.
Look at this, collecting comics getting some great
No,
play.
they're digging that logo.
That would
Danny
be
Lee says, I want a sticker of collecting comics. Mario Cortez says, amazing podcast art. When we getting the hollow sticker for collecting comics? Arrow says, oh snap, collecting comics, baby, slab on my slab.
that would be a cool
says,
shirt.
Love that logo. That's actually a great idea.
Slab on
The
my-
episode was super interesting. So yeah, that's some good feedback there from our first episode.
Okay, now why I hate Captain America.
Hold on, I didn't say what figures I want.
Oh, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
It's over there.
That would be a cool figure. Have a Jesus on the shelf.
No. Anyways, I'd want a 78 Michael Myers or no, Hot Toys. Or a Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2.
Ooh, that would be dope.
Did they make Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2 or no?
Yeah, they made it's Spider-Man 3, the red suit and the black suit.
Come on. I was
Thank
like,
you, Danny Lee. Thank you. I see your comments.
what?
So
Yeah.
why do you hate Captain America, Dean?
Yeah, because it's just me who hates Captain America. I don't think Zach does.
No, I hate Captain America.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
then
I've heard the story before.
Elementary school.
Justin,
I'm down to share it again.
No, we don't need to know.
yeah, it's not the comics, it's just the MCU. He's incredibly selfish when it comes to taking responsibility for the Avengers. And he has some points when it comes to the Accords, the Sokovian Accords, but he only proves Tony Stark right the entire fucking movie by destroying the airport. Right? It's like that was the whole fucking point of these things is you destroy everything everywhere you go. Quit your shit and just like have some fucking rules and some boundaries. And he's like, no, because we're the only ones that should tell us what to do.
Because I have America's ass.
And then he just proves everyone right. And it's like, dude, are you that dense that you're not seeing like your own hypocrisy? And then the bullshit he pulls with Bucky and Tony is mind-blowing. Like, what a fucking asshole. Like, even Bucky is like, dude, I did some fucked up shit. And it doesn't matter if I was brainwashed, I still did it. Like, it fucking sucks, but that's the reality. And Captain America's like, yeah, but you're my friend. And I don't know, like he's just so fucking selfish and like self-centered. I cannot stand, dude. Everything after Endgame, Civil War, I was like, yo, fuck this guy. Like, I hate him. I hate him. That's why I don't like.
Real quick, breaking news. So there's been a Bandai leak that we're going to be getting an official SH Figuarts Jace in December from the Ginyu Squad.
Jeez.
Hey, nice. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty
Rumored,
sure.
this is a rumor, by the way, but
I'm pretty sure Demon Eagle Fit is Bandai.
All right, so let me tell my story again if you guys will entertain me. I'll make a long story short. First day of kindergarten,
Oh,
teacher said this was an After Dark story, so I don't know if the general audience has heard it, but
yeah.
basically we got to kindergarten, and kindergarten was fucking wild. Our teacher was like, the person who behaves the best can pick any one toy from the toy box, right? I had my eyes set on a Captain America toy, and I was just the sweetest angel all day, doing my shapes, my colors, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. And this kid, he was just being an absolute ass the whole day. And I think he like tripped and hurt himself or something. I don't remember the exact circumstance, but right at the end of the day, he was having like this crazy ass tantrum. And the teacher, to calm him down, this is the kid who's being the worst in the whole class all day. She was like, you can pick any toy you want. You win the prize of the day. And he picked that Captain America. And ever since then, I've been like, fuck Captain America. Yeah.
Out of spite.
Purely out of spite. I think the kid's name was Joseph. He's a fucking asshole. Anyway,
Damn it,
so,
Joseph.
yeah, that's my Captain America story. I I hate Captain America because of that.
You're just like Captain America in general. I'm just the MCU.
Well, also the Sokovia Accords. The whole thing was fucking stupid. But
yeah,
just,
like,
I mean, I came into that movie being like, fuck Cap. And I left that movie being like, yeah, fuck Cap.
I didn't hate or dislike Cap, I think, at all by that point. But after that movie, I was like, man, he's so self-centered and self-serving, and he does it in the shroud of I don't even know how to word it, like holier than thou. Like, you should listen to me because like I'm the moral compass of this fucking team. And it's like, but you're the one causing like the fucking mayhem that everyone's trying, like, you're only proving everyone right. Like I said, I don't know. I just
Jenny Lee has a good comment in here. It says Team Cap for the comics, Team Stark for MCU. I would agree.
I don't like Tony Stark in the comics. He's kind of a douche.
He also says, imagine if Zach didn't get Darth Vader. Yeah, imagine, dude. I'd be fucking like, fuck that guy.
Dude, I don't know if we'd be doing a podcast.
What a great show, guys. What a great show today. I honestly thought we were going to be like a 30-minute show today because the show sheet was pretty empty. You guys came through with some great additions to the show sheet. We did a good drawing today. We had like 22 people watching at one point, so definitely a good little show today. But yeah, do you guys have any shout outs you want to give? Dean, we'll start with you.
Yeah, shout out to the Sixgill Scavenger guys. They just hit 50 episodes.
Big shout out to them, Brian, Chris, TC. Yeah, 50 episodes is nothing to sneeze at. So big shout out to them. 2 years running. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to outside of Collecting Weekly. So
yeah, I tuned in this week. It was fantastic. It was so fun.
Yeah, big shout out to Dylan for joining us today from Small Talk. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, you guys are killing it. You guys took a little bit of a break when you moved, and you know, I'm excited to see what comes. I was telling Dylan I want them to add some old segments back that they used to do to their shows, so hopefully they will do that. Maybe get a little bit more discussion going on some of their topics. I know, Dean, you had mentioned to me that there are some really good arguments that could have been had that we wanted to see them have. So I was telling Dylan, like, man, I'd love to see Damien get back into that photography segment where he would do a shot and then show you the behind the scenes of the shot.
Yeah,
that was always a really helpful segment for me trying to get into toy photography.
Dude, if Dylan had his own podcast where he just talked, I would listen. Dude, solo cam Dylan, and look at that camera quality.
Yeah, look at this.
Is it good now,
dude? It's fantastic.
I can see you. I can't even
the
count.
Full beard.
Got to shave. It's itchy today.
We should actually just do the next show just solo cam on Dylan, even if he's not even on the show. Manny, Cody, do you guys have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to all the pairs. Shout out to that guy who had brain damage.
Oh my god, dude!
That's Michael Myers. Oh, and shout out to the Gold Ranger and Kane.
Shout out to everyone watching live. Scott, Austin, Danny, especially Danny. Danny's had a bitch of a week, but Danny, we love you, buddy. We're always gonna be
for having the patience of like Gandhi.
Yeah, I know. Eddie,
we were like,
God, so many people that watched. Sean, big shout out to Sean. Sean messaged me the other day and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna responsor another month." So big shout out to Sean Fear from Watto's Scrapyard.
Yeah, what an awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna. I know we need some equipment for Deanie, and some of the other people on the team need some equipment. So definitely gonna help us get squared away with that.
Those Robotech sculpts, man. He just did though. I didn't even ask him to do those. He was just like, "Yo, check this out."
What, dude? What a guy! Big shout out though for the. I mean, I paid for the younger sculpt, but man, it is fantastic. And he also threw in a second sculpt and a Spider-Gwen sculpt for whenever I get my Spider-Gwen figure. So I think he said he kind of guessed on the head size for the Gwen. So we'll see if it fits. But what a guy, man. What a guy. Keeping our network going strong. And big shout out to Sean Lockridge. He's putting in a lot of work into collecting comics. First episode, really took the initiative there. So I'll definitely look forward to seeing what that holds. Manny, are we going to get Creeps up soon? The next one?
No.
Or the first one, the last one?
Yeah. Yes. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Oh, yes. We'll get Creeps up. I'm still working on stripping it. But there's also an alternative artwork for collecting comics that's Batman, and it's colored. But Zach shot it down quick.
Well, no, because Sean is the host, but he doesn't collect DC Comics.
Well, he can start.
I'm not saying he can't, but also, I mean,
That's awesome.
If you want to see it, PM me and I'll show you the alt.
Yeah,
art.
and also for the patrons, I know a lot of people wanted that collecting comics sticker. We'll put up the voting around the 15th of July for the next month, and we'll have collecting comics, live and let dice, OFAC, and small talk as the sticker choices you can vote for. And I mean, Creeps won, but it was pretty close between the different shows that we offered. So
Look,
there's definitely a lot of love for a lot of the different shows. Here, I'll solo Cammy Manny so we can show.
It's actually pretty
Oh, the Batman looks dope.
Dude, I love it. I like it.
Dude.
I'm just saying.
dude, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna put Creeps or
You should do
Batman.
one with Spawn.
Creeps are Batman.
Batman or us.
Yeah.
You should do one with Spawn, Lady Death.
Eddie says he wants to see a design with Spider-Man. I want to see a design with Iron Man. That'd be dope.
I have a design with Spider-Man, but I don't know.
Man, just get a list of superheroes and just do that.
I have this
over.
one. I'm just doing different ones.
Dude, that looks fantastic.
Thank
Although
you.
I don't think we could sell those.
Well, we're not selling them. We're giving them to people on our Patreon.
Fave, bro, fave.
I like that one.
Yeah, the Batman is fucking cool.
Dude, the Batman would look cool on Hollow, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, great show tonight. Thank you for joining me. I'm Zach.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm Dean.
I'm Manny.
I'm Cody.
I'm Dylan.
Catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.